imagination, and a little bit of humor. Tonight, I present not just a vision of the future, but a story of possibilities, where each name carries a destiny, and each dream finds its own path. With hearts full of memories and eyes set on what is yet to come, may I present to you the class prophecy of the class of 2026. I suddenly woke up at exactly 5 in the morning. The soft glow of my phone lighting up the room. Still half asleep, I reached for it and saw a notification from our school official page. Curious, I opened it and read the post. STHS was celebrating its 75th year of founding. As I stared at the screen, memories began to flood in my mind. Our classroom, laughter in the corridors, and the moment that shaped who we are today. It had already been 15 years since we graduated, yet everything felt like it just happened yesterday. The announcement stirred something in me. It wasn't just a celebration. It was a reminder of the journey we all took after leaving its gates. Little did I know that single notification will reconnect me to the batch 2026 and lead to one of the most unforgettable reunions of our lives. 15 years after our graduation, the batch 2026 will celebrate as Crystal Jubilarians. Sir Norman Padohino, a graduate as a teacher major in English, was assigned to be the batch coordinator by the SPHS school principal. Since he was teaching in Iloilo and was new. 2 months before the grand alumni homecoming, he immediately approached the batch to ask if they are joining the homecoming. He created a GC to inform everyone. A few answered to join. Benny Portolano, now a teacher major in physical education who works at Iloilo National High School, signified to join. Followed by Nurse Shane Ayan Honolario, who works temporarily at St. Paul's Hospital in Iloilo before transferring abroad. Sir John Gabriel Mahares, a secondary teacher who works at Antique National High School, and Sir Rinzo Fitz Navales, also a teacher but works at Gimbal National High School since he met his wife, who is also a teacher. Through Messenger, Raji De La Torre, a chief welder, was unable to attend because of his ongoing project in one of the shipping industries in Australia. Patrick James Villamor and Ernest Gabriel Omactam, who were working as first-class Navy officers stationed in Luzon, informed the others through the group chat that they can't attend the gathering. And so does Jennifer Cintura, who was a military nurse in Davao Military Camp due to a medical mission to a remote area. Also, Lieutenant Kiel Timon, who was assigned in Palawan Military Camp. For some while, Norman called Engineer Rex de la Serna, a civil engineer who works at PCL Construction firm in Canada. Reds, mauli ikaw pa? Mauli ikaw para sa alumni? Said by Norman. Good, mauli ako, may joint project ang company ko dyan sa Pilipinas, said by Reds. Tipira ba'y amok mo? Jokingly asked by Norman. Uy, sa sunod lang tanara, pag nakauli ako dun, replied by Reds in a humorous manner. After that, Norman also called me, Dr. Vinyas, who is currently working as a resident doctor in King Chulalongkorn Memorial Hospital and teaching medicine at Chulalongkorn University in Thailand. "Hi, Doc," said by Norman in a joyous tone. I immediately answered and said, "Manaan ko dun kung nag-chat ka, mamangkot ka kung mauli ako, Nor." "Wow, manaan na ba?" replied by Norman. He then added, "Siyempre, nakita mo sa GC, ginsin mo lang gani." "Ay, sorry gid, busy gid," I replied. Before the call ended, Norman asked, "Siya bala si Marie kag Paul, hindi ko sanda makontak." After that, Norman added, "Pag uli ha, mauli ako, mabakasyon man ko dyan bay," I replied in a laughing tone. A day followed. Sir Norman asked me to be the batch coordinator since I was coming home to have a vacation and also attend the alumni homecoming. I accepted the job since the reason of Norman for passing the job was because he was taking another master degree in West Visayas. After that, he announced in the GC that I will be the batch coordinator with a following explanation. On a sunny morning in Thailand, after Norman's call, I chatted Jamie Marie Bakugan, who works as a nurse and currently resides in New York, with her partner John Paul Verdin, a seaman who is luckily on a vacation break. I said, "Marie, mauli ka mo?" She replied, "Wait lang, ask ko lang si Paul. Chatanta lang ikaw kung makaulit ng tana, nang bakal pa to ka-grocery mo." After some time, Paul Verdin came home. "Pa, nag-chat ka na si Leander, mauli kita sa alumni sa December," said by Jamie. Paul replied, "Pwede man, para makita man kabata ta kung sa diin kita nag-graduate kang high school." Jamie chatted me again to confirm. A week after, while I was boarding the plane in Thailand bound to Manila, I unexpectedly saw Charmaine Montialto, a flight attendant who works in the Philippine Airlines for international flight. After some time, the plane took off. The cabin's light dim and the quiet hum of the engine made everything feel slower, like time itself was buffering. I was scrolling through Facebook out of boredom when a post caught my eye. Rian May Tamundes, working as a lawyer at Kroman Umart, Denmark, had shared a photo of her boarding pass with a caption, "Finally heading home, see you all at the reunion." After several hours, we arrived in Manila at night. After I fixed my belongings, Charmaine approached me and said that she and Irene Sombilod, also a flight attendant who works in Philippine Airlines, informed that they will also join the alumni homecoming. As I checked in Belmont Hotel in BGC after my flight, I saw Jessa May Forcado, who is a manager there. We had a conversation primarily talking about the alumni. She also said that her best friends, Princess Connie Lopez, a dessert chef in the USA, and Hannah Mariano, a bartender in Soler Hotel, will also attend. But Jasly Sassi, a flight attendant who works in Cebu Pacific, said that she cannot attend due to the conflict of her flight schedule. While unpacking my things and preparing to rest for a while, I received a call from Dexter Grande, an agriculturist in Japan, that he will be joining. He also said that Maria Joy Sefil, also an agriculturist in Vietnam, will attend, but Kyla Naliaga Hannah Joy Palkiran, and Azur Angelada, agriculturalists in New Zealand, said that they cannot make it on time. After the call, I finished tidying up my things and said, "Makapoy turog tabala." While wandering around in Venice Grand Canal in Taguig, as I approached a restaurant, I suddenly saw Chasel K. Flores, who currently works in the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas as an accountant. She was seated at an empty table. I said, "Sugar, lonely mo dyan aw?" She replied, "Halali under, naguli ko bali." "Hud, ma-attend ba ako kariyin yun?" I said. Since she was already ordered her meal, I sat down and also ordered a meal. Sugar said that she was waiting for Ashley Sakine, who works in a private company as an accountant in Manila. She also said that Frances Marie Paredes was in Taguig for a seminar as a certified public accountant lawyer who works in a corporate company. In the middle of eating my meal, I was smacked on my back and heard a familiar voice saying, "Hoy Leander, ay dok gali." As I turned around, it was Frances together with her engineer boyfriend. As they sat down, I jokingly said to Frances, "Saan o kasal niyo ba'y dam?" She then laughed and said, "Secret." As we shared our updates in life with each other, Sugar saw Ashley and waved at her, signaling her to come to our table. As she was about to sit, she was complaining, saying, "Ay maan, di inilutana to si Pearlman, kung na masunod na mag-atudod siya." After an hour, Honey Pearl Rubite, a certified public accountant, arrived busy from her firm, which was the reason she gave for being late. Before I left, I asked the four girls if they are going to attend the alumni. All three of them said yes, while only Sugar said no because she cannot make it due to her tight schedule. As I waited for my flight at Manila International Airport bound to Iloilo, while scrolling on Facebook, I was approached by Luis Adrian Pita, a nurse who came home from Canada to also attend the alumni. "Huy, kang saan ko po nag-uli," she said. "Kang Sabado pa, nagstay ako here sa Manila for 3 days," I replied. "Kaya ina bala, since may connecting flight ako sa Dubai, nakasalubong ko si Chris Lawrence Faurano, di ba culinary bayra sa Dubai? Kung na ma-attenta na." She also added that on the airplane she rode bound to Manila from Dubai, she saw Carla Hana Fakurib, a flight attendant who works in Saudia Airlines. We parted ways after talking to each other since Adrian Pida had a different flight. As I lined up to board my flight to Iloilo, I was shocked because the attendant was Wesleyan Kelly de Guzman, who works in Cebu Pacific. She also notified me that Andrea Soner, who is also a flight attendant but works in AirAsia, and Maria Iramel Aquino, a flight attendant who works in Thai Airways, are planning to attend. I also asked Wesleyan if she happens to know where Gian Angeles, Mark Anthony Davidson Siba, and Nasser John Sinanin work as an aircraft maintenance personnel. She then responded that Angeles and Sinanin are both working in Clark International Airport, but Siba was in Negros Occidental. She also added that Angel Face Paulma, currently working as an aircraft mechanic in Malaysia, and Debbie Angrande, who is also an aircraft maintenance manager who works at Cebu Pacific in Cebu. After I arrived in Iloilo, as, as, as I was stepping outside the arrival area, I heard a familiar voice. Lo, naguli ka wow? Said by Joy Balaan, an architect who works at the Studio Archipelago, which was based in Taguig. Gani man, added by Frank Juden Nasepo, who is currently working in Taguig as an IT support specialist. They both came home on the same flight. After that, we parted ways since I was going to SM Supermarket grocery store. As I bought something, I saw Raisa Eka, an accountant who was casually doing her job, supervising the cashiers. Well, on my way home, John Lloyd Jimena's notification popped up on my phone. He is a full-time nurse in Angel Salazar Memorial Hospital. He messaged me that he can attend the event. A few minutes after my phone began to ring non-stop, ting ting. Princess Nicole Jana, who is registered nurse in the USA, and Mark Justin Kubing, an IT professional working in a software company in the USA, also decided to attend. Jessa May Asenho, a nurse in Singapore, was trained from having night shift, and she said that she cannot make it on time. Winsimiya Jana will be assisting in her last major operation on a government official in Germany. After 10 years of being a nurse, she decided to pursue another passion. She was offered a job in Milan, Italy by a luxury brand and also lucky to become a fashion designer. Alessa Jane Amaga, a nurse in Australia, said that she will also be attending the event. Jasmine Tenyales, a nurse in UAE, will also join after some encouragement and persuasion from her friends who will also join, Ashley and Pearl. As I read everyone's messages one by one, Charmaine Marie Palma, a dentist, informed me through Instagram chat that she will be late as she was having a fully booked appointment in her personal clinic in Iloilo City and also in the RHU Anini. She also included the Divine Grace Dutimas, who is working as a medtech in Royal London Hospital in England, can attend. Nia Elaine Macabebe also messaged me that she can attend on the first day of our reunion due to the cancellation of her flight in Manila. When I was about to ride a service bus going towards San Jose to shop, I encountered Ma'am Tricia May Flores, a teacher major in English, who was about to submit a document to the division office. I sat beside her and began chatting. She said that Diane Valle was the newly assigned as the school principal of Magdalena Elementary School. From her, I also learned that Brent Michael Ilade and Angelo Alejandro Tapia III are famous chefs working in a five-star hotel. Meanwhile, Feo Joseph Songaling, Adaya Luigi, and Rashid Mandariaga currently work on a European cruise ship as pastry chef, dessert chef, and a saucer. On the other hand, her previous classmate like Mary Jane Lopez, a cabin steward who works on a Norwegian cruise ship, and Christine May Lokias, a chef who works in Manila. As we arrived at the bus stop at McDonald's, I parted ways with her since I was going to BDO to withdraw some cash. As I approached the ATM machine, I saw Fiana Saskia Diana. an accountant who works at BDO. Saskia, di ako gali ka ubra? I said in a surprised tone. She replied, Huud, nagsaylo ako halin BPI. I said, ay gali? She said, Dok, mauna anay ako, may agtunan pa ako, radad ako ti duty ka dya, pero nag-adto ako kay may ginbilin ako nga documents. Weeks before the alumni homecoming, while driving my car to Iloilo, my car suddenly stopped. Luckily, there was a Mitsubishi retail and repair service shop nearby. A man in a distinct uniform approached me while I was checking the engine of my car. He said, na-overheat rin yonder. It was John Michael Dagpin, who through hardship as an automotive mechanic became a manager stationed in Iloilo. After my car was fixed, he asked me if I will attend the alumni. And I said, Huud, ma-attend ako, ikaw. Then he said, maan gani ka dya? Lantawon ko pa schedule ko, labad-labad ma-attend man ako. Then I added a question. Si Gabriel Grande, betana, automotive man ba itong obra na? Diin ganito nga lugar? John Michael replied to me, sa Korea tana, do di guro ka uli. A day followed. I decided to go to the municipal hall to visit some batchmate and to get a building permit. As I entered the newly renovated four-story building, I was greeted by the municipal mayor, Jeronimo Sadaya, at the entrance. Together with him was his secretary, who is also his wife. We greeted each other. After that, out of curiosity, I asked who was the architecture behind the renovation of the municipal hall. He said, si Architect Joy Balaan. Then I replied, ay tuod, nakita ay gani kami sa airport, imaw na si Juden. After a while, Remark Rendon, a successful entrepreneur who lives in Baguio, also came to update a permit for one of his businesses. After some chit-chat, Remark was the first one to leave as he processed some requirements, followed by Geronimo's wife. Since the building was new, Mayor Jumong escorted me to the municipal engineering office. Along the corridors, we encountered Ed Lloyd Casanias. I waved to him and said, Ed Lloyd, diyan ko gali ka ubra? Ed Lloyd calmly replied, Huud. Then Mayor Jumong added, Tana bay head ka Agriculture Department, pero sa Sabado matransfer dun ra. I replied, Ha? Nagaaw? Then Jumong said, na-promote by Doc? Tana din ang Provincial Head kang Agriculture. I happily replied, Congratulations, another achievement din man ka aton batch. Aten ka alumni, may mga awards ba kita, progresyon populi by 2 imo. After that, I said goodbye to Ed Lloyd and proceeded together with Mayor Jumong to the Municipal Engineering Office. After I opened the door, there was Civil Engineer Sean Cedric Osorio, the head of the office. We greeted each other and I asked about the requirements needed for a building permit. While checking some requirements, Mayor Jumong humbly said that he was going to his office to sign some documents. As he was about to close the door, he said, Ma-attend kami ka-alumni ni Mrs. Engineer Sean also noted that he will be able to attend. He also said that John Eldon Luis Corpus cannot join because he has worked in Luxembourg as a civil engineer in a private construction firm. He also added that his friend John Calvin Lau, a marine engineer working on an oil tanker ship based in Saudi, cannot make it and will just send a donation for the batch. Also, I got news from Sean that Minio Bariga, being an electrical engineer, became the supervisor for the Provincial Electric Cooperative. And John Lloyd Hansinal, also an electrical engineer, was assigned in Hamti. While driving back home, there was a police checkpoint. It was Police Captain Angelo Rudolfa and Police Sergeant John Stephen Castro. After I stopped my car, Police Captain Angelo came near my car. I lowered my window and said, "Chief, good morning. Ano atin?" Angelo replied, "Doc, matan kami sa second day ni Stephen. May report abi kami sa first day. First day ka reunion mo." Then I said, "Sige lang kamo man ma-escort sa caravan sa first day, bye?" He replied, "Good." Before I left, I waved to both of them as a farewell. While also driving home, I saw a familiar pharmaceutical shop. The pharmacy was named Balates Drugstore, and I concluded that it was the third shop of Angel Balete. 2 days before the Grand Alumni Homecoming, Julian Matthew Auxilian and Kian Vincent Atalo, who both work as computer programmers in Singapore, informed us through GC that they cannot make it and will just send some regards money for the school proposed project. Also, Macgavin Villanuez, John Reagan Atilano, Charles Darwin Kayabyab, and Isle Jansen Padasas, who work in the Middle East in a shipping cargo company as a marine engineers, also noted that they are attending the reunion. Luckily, it was also the vacation break. Jemerson Sinsida, a marine engineer, and his friend Harold Nagrit, a nautical engineer, Luis Jorel Erespe, and James Daniel Alconera, who both graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Marine Transportation and now a senior officer in a container ship called Evergreen. Jemerson Sinsida also said that they will attend, especially on the second day for the banda and disco. Lexel Ray Famarato, a mechanical engineer who works at Thailand Circuit Motorsport Complex in Nakhon Chai Sea District, and Marvin James Gumawa, a marine engineer working at Baltic Marine Services based in Dubai, UAE, also joined. Jeric Misterio, who works in a bulk carrier ship, Pan Ocean, in Brazil, Mark Joel de la Cruz, a seaman who works at Emirat Maritime in Dubai, and John David Galario, a deck officer of a merchant ship in the USA, will have their yearly vacation. Only Mark Joel de la Cruz cannot join since his ship was en route to Stockholm, Sweden. Our batchmate, Christine May Loquias, a culinary chef in Spain, Addison Joss Willie, a sous chef in a 5-star restaurant named Matroshka in Russia, and Jean Vincent Domingo, a bartender in Artisan Bar in Jakarta, Indonesia, each respectively informed through the GC that they will also be joining. However, Ken Jacob Ronquillo, a supervising chef in Berlin, Germany, cannot join because he has a busy schedule ahead. Due to being busy as a singer in a famous band, Calvin Jean Caubalejo, who is also a famous chef in France, called me that he cannot join, but he will try to attend. On the first day of the alumni homecoming, we gathered in Kasai at 6:30 in the morning for the caravan. After I parked my car, I saw Eliza Jane Amaga having a conversation with other batchmate. I approached her and said, "Ang usapan mariyon yun, nagdarati mo ka afam ang ibagid man ang gandang Filipina." Then she laughed and said, "Ay, of course, ako pa." After some time, while having conversation with my batchmate, a gray Toyota 4x4 Hilux humped. They lowered the windows. It was Christian Terence Siduco, a captain in a mechanical carrier ship, the driver. Together with him was his girlfriend, architect Beverly Faye Conde, who is luckily finished her job in Bacolod just in time. With them were Lance Ruben Pampag, a seafarer who works in a cruise ship company named MSC Cruise Ship Netherlands as the ship captain. The twins, John Mark Sadaya and John Paul Sadaya, both marine engineers in Saudi. And Marco Antonio Fortuna, a seaman working in a shipping company based in Norway. Before the start of the caravan, I invited Joy Balaan, Juden Asepo, Jamie Marie Bakugan, and John Paul Berdin to ride in my 4x4 Mitsubishi car. Alexis Jim Timon, a software engineer, ran also to join because he was late. After the caravan, there was a mass. It was presided by the Bishop of Antique, with alumni concelebrating priest, Reverend Father Christian de Bloquias, a Mill Hill missionary priest, and Reverend Father Jerome D. Condino, the parish priest in Sibalong. In the afternoon event, there was an award ceremony. Most in our batch received outstanding Teresian awards like Deo et Mundo, Progresso Populi, and Pagkit Sang Kadungkanan. Engineer Reds, Sean, Eldem, Architect Beverly, Awesome, Joy, Dr. Leander, and Kobe, and Provincial Agriculturist Edloyd Caseñas received a Progresso Populi Award. Mayor Jeronimo Sadaya received the Pagkit Kang Kadungkanan, and the two alumni priests, Father David and Father Jerome, received the Deo et Mundo Award. On the second day, we were waiting for others to join the banda when someone suddenly shouted, "Yo!" As we turned, it was Kobe Dumopoy. Although he studied software engineering, he later pursued becoming a pediatrician. His friend, MJ Cubing, Marco Fortuna, John Mar Sadaya, John Paul Sadaya, Nino Bariga, Rema Rendon, and Terence Siduco hurriedly hugged him and invited Kobe to sit down while laughing. After that, I said, "Diyan din ang ka doktor, miss gid kang mga barkada mo nga mga kupals ko." Kobe then answered, "Gani, dawara man gatsyat sa messenger ay." After the opening prayer, we were shocked because architect Osem Luel Ilade informed us that he cannot join because he has an ongoing project in Cebu. It was just a cover-up to surprise us. Engineer Red said, "Abi ko hindi ko maguli." Followed by me, "Gani, kung mo gani sa GC, hindi ka, i-expect pamandaan kami nga mga kompleto kita miskan papaano nga batch." Then Awesome replied, "Kaina lang ako nakauli. Mayad lang gani, nakahingago ako ka-flight. Hindi ko papalagpason alumni tanong. Talagsa talang gani ka kita ay." Following Awesome to come to the event was the newlywed couple, Conrado Honolario, a seaman in Japan, and Wesleyan Kelly de Guzman, a flight attendant working in Cebu Pacific. To start a conversation while eating, I jokingly asked Engineer Reds de la Serna, saying, "Uy Reds, ano atong batch project man?" He replied, "4-story building ah." Beverly and Awesome also affirmed. Others suggested improvements to the school library. I suggested saying, school bus pa? An hour passed after all the chica, updates, jokes, and chismes. We serenade by a singer. Unknowingly, it was Calvin Calvalejo. Jamie Marie Bakugan loudly said to everyone, ay naka-attend si Arthur Nelly, ka-version kang batch ta. The event was filled with smile and ended with laughter as we shared all the memories we had during in our high school years. And just as the stories unfolded, CEOs, doctors, influencers, engineers, seafarers, nurses, and others, the crowd cheered, cameras flashed, and success seems to follow each day, every one of them. Laughter echoed, voices overlapped, and memories were relived as if we had never been apart. Every moment felt real, too real to be just a dream. Then suddenly, a familiar voice broke through. Ang tanan nga journal pasa dun. I blinked and abruptly woke up. My surroundings shifted back to the present. It was Ma'am Cecile, standing at the front of the classroom, waiting for the output. Reality struck me. It was only a dream. Same walls, same classmates, still students, still cramming, still surviving. So maybe the future is in all glitz and glamour. Because for now, we have journals to submit. We have researches to defend. We have exams to hurdle, and apparently, mine is due today. But who knows? Maybe one day, all those dreams will come true. The class prophet, Leo. Thank you.
Wow, truly, tonight we were given a glimpse into the future. One filled with dreams, laughter, and a touch of playful prediction.